afternoon. Please stand and join us in singing our national anthem. Please be seated. Faculty, students, parents, and relatives, distinguished guests, and friends of the university. I am delighted to welcome you to the 171st Commencement of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. This year is the 138th anniversary of the founding of the first normal school in the state of Wisconsin. That was the birth of what has become today's University of Wisconsin-Platteville. During these 138 years, over 42,000 students have received degrees from this outstanding institution. Those students came to UWP not only from our state and nation, but also from countries around the world. Like today's graduate, they chose to attend UWP based on our reputation for high-quality education, dedicated students, and knowledgeable and caring faculty and staff. This afternoon, over 400 degrees will be conferred. Commencement is a celebration of accomplishment, of success. It is a time for our students, faculty, family, and friends to remember, to reflect, and to anticipate the future as these candidates accept their degrees and accept their new role as alumni of this institution, and they begin their new life. Our sincere congratulations to all of you. The graduating senior chosen to deliver the valedictory address today is Miss Dee Dee Holverson. Dee Dee is completing her Bachelor of Science degree in middle and secondary education with a major in English. Dee Dee pursued her college degree after a successful career in business. She knew from her elementary school days that she wanted to be a teacher. She has effectively balanced academics, volunteer work in the schools, and family and responsibilities as she completed the requirements for her degree. We wish Dee Dee the very best. Dee Dee?
Thank you, Chancellor Markey, and thank you, faculty and Student Senate, for your invitation to speak today. I'm privileged to do so. Fellow graduates, parents, family, and friends, I stand before you with great pride today as a graduate of University of Wisconsin-Platteville. When I knew I was being considered as commencement speaker, I tried to think back to other commencement speeches that I had been to, and then I realized that I really wasn't paying that much attention, so I needed to do a little research. I wanted to find out what other commencement speakers were saying, what was proper format for a commencement speech, and what could I possibly say that would reflect upon our many accomplishments, show proper gratitude to those who have supported us, and inspire my fellow graduates as we move on to greener pastures. if that's possible since we live in southern Wisconsin. And I'm sure you'll be happy to know that in my search I found the answer. Though most people might not remember what you say, they will remember if you speak too long. So be sincere, and by all means keep it brief, and that's my plan for you today. So with that said, with so many graduates here today with a variety of backgrounds, interests, and fields of study, we all have one commonality: motivation. Why else would we choose to go on to college after already enduring 12 years of school, some of us being forced to go days when we tried our best to appear far too sick? Thanks, Mom. Motivation. College graduates possess an internal motivation that exceeds anything I ever imagined. Upon graduating from high school in Burns, Oregon, I was certainly motivated. Not to go to school again right away, I wanted to earn my own way. I decided to bypass college and head straight for the workforce. I figured that since I was 18 and I pretty much already knew everything, I was sure to be successful with or without a four-year degree. And not to get too far off course, but I've yet to meet anyone on campus who actually completed their degree in just 4 years. So if you are out there today, you deserve a big round of applause, so you should clap for yourselves. Okay, just a few people. I kind of thought that might be the case. So it is a big commitment. And as I was saying, I headed to the workforce, and the race was on. The rat race, that is. So I wanted to head out into the workforce, as I said, and I was young, motivated, and willing to work nights and weekends. So again, I was sure I'd be successful. I was similar to the mice Sniff and Scurry in the popular book, Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. Now, I'm not talking about Wisconsin cheese curds. The cheese is a symbol for financial gain or personal success, and I wanted some. So every day I put on my running shoes and I headed out into the maze, the workforce. I never paced myself. I ran as fast as I could, turning corners, dodging dead ends, looking for the center of the maze where I would find the perfect job and the perfect cheese. And what I found when I entered the maze is what many of you will find as you enter for the first time: enough cheese to survive and some dead ends along the way. But I found something in the maze that you will not find. It was a mysterious room I encountered once I had some yummy cheese. A room with a ladder I knew that would take me a shortcut over the wall straight to the center of the maze. So I began to climb the ladder. But it was a trick ladder, much like the stairway in the Harry Potter books, ever changing and shifting. So I climbed the ladder, and one day I finally reached the top. When I got to the top of the ladder, I was surprised to find that it didn't actually go all the way over the wall to the center of the maze. It only went about 3/4 of the way up. So I stood there and tried to solve my dilemma, figuring out how I could take that shortcut to the center of the maze. And that's when I noticed that a mouse friend of mine had written a note on the wall. It said, "In order to reach all of the cheese without limitation, you need a college education." It was signed by my mouse friend Accomplishment, who had previously been in the maze with me, so I knew she must know what she was talking about. I decided at that point that I should heed her advice, and so here I am today, the first person in my family to graduate from college and a commencement speaker. So I know now that I can reach the center of any maze and find the cheese jackpot, and so will you. Your diploma is your golden ticket to anywhere. The dedication and determination needed to get that golden ticket will help you as you blaze your own way through the maze. Now, amongst us today in the crowd, there are many brilliant people, and I don't doubt that there are some that are more eloquent or would be more articulate than I am here today. But I can't think of anybody who would be as honored as I am, and I'm very thankful. And I'd like to take a moment to thank my husband, Aaron, who has made several sacrifices for me to go back to school, and he supported me every step of the way. And I'd like to thank my children, Madison and Spencer, who have had to give up so much of their time with me and who have also supported me. Thank you to my parents, who have always made me believe that I can accomplish anything. And thank you to my professors, to my classmates, and also to my advisor, Deb Kinder. For without all of you, I probably would not be standing here today. And in conclusion, as you leave today thinking, what was she talking about with that whole cheese business? Please also think of this. The power to succeed is within you. You show that by sitting here today. And in this busy world where 24 hours is just not enough for anyone, please remember that we all have the same amount of time, and use your time wisely, and take a little bit each day to laugh, smile at a stranger, say thank you, and tell someone you love them for all the sacrifices that others have had to make and your sacrifices that you've made, especially that of eating meal after meal of top ramen, frozen pizza, and macaroni and cheese. Well, your sacrifices are about to pay off. Congratulations, graduating class 2003.
Thank you, Dee Dee. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Jerry Franke, today's principal speaker. Jerry is president of WISPAC, the real estate subsidiary of Wisconsin Energy Corporation. Jerry has been involved in economic development initiatives and the marketing of Wisconsin as a place to do business since 1980. During his tenure with WISPAC, he has been involved in the very successful development of a number of business parks in southeastern Wisconsin as well as northern Illinois. It is indeed our pleasure to have Jerry, a 1973 Geography and Economics graduate of UW-Platteville, return today to deliver the commencement address. Jerry, welcome home, and we look forward to your message.
Chancellor Markey, faculty members, parents and friends, members of the graduating class. I'm honored to be here. When Chancellor Markey asked me to speak to you today, my first reaction was, what can a real estate developer tell a group of graduates about to embark on the biggest journey of their lives? What can I say that will inspire them to fulfill their potential? I'll try to quickly transfer 30 years of postgraduate pearls of wisdom into a less than 10-minute speech. As a big fan of baseball and other sports, of course, quotes by those people tend to stick with me. And I remember one from a gentleman who most of you probably have never heard of, but it's Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Feller. I think it's particularly poignant today as you graduate. The quote was attributed as follows: "Every day is a new opportunity. You can build on yesterday's success or put its failures behind and start over again. That's the way life is, with a new game every day. And trust me, after 30 years in the business world, there is a new game every day." My point is that graduation from college is a start on a new journey, not the end of one, as I'm sure many of you view it today. It's a step in your academic and professional careers, one that will position you for success in the years to come. Yours will be a continuing education, something that's different from my generation. When we graduated from college, we said, you know what, I'm never going back to school again. Well, those of us that have been successful recognize that you continue to learn every day, and when you lose that desire to learn, you lose your edge. By attending UW-Platteville, you have already seized an opportunity to do something different. Sure, there are campuses that may have a better party life, and you have to remember that I have to rely on my experience 30 years ago, and what I've seen, things have changed a lot. So maybe things are a little wilder here today than they were when I was here in the early 70s. But we came here because of Platteville's dedication to education. Your choice to come to UW-Platteville indicated that you wanted a curriculum and a faculty that would prepare you for the world of work in the 21st century. One that would provide you with hands-on experience in math, science, computer programming, manufacturing, engineering, business, and other disciplines. One that provides the latest in technology and computer-assisted instruction. One that would test you and one that would push you to do your best. And I hope that's exactly what you got at Platteville. I know it's what I got at Platteville. As one of those from the world of work, I can tell you firsthand how employers value Platteville graduates. We see them as prepared for the workplace, dedicated, confident in their abilities. You know how to solve problems. You know how to get answers. You have technical knowledge and old-fashioned smarts. And believe me, in today's competitive environment, that's what employers are looking for. As I was thinking about this, I looked back just over my last week, and the people that I've dealt with that I know are UWP graduates is pretty impressive. And again, this is just since last Monday. The Chief Operating Officer of Johnson Bank, one of the state's fastest growing banks, graduate of UW-Platteville. As a Packer fan, the person who oversaw the construction of Lambeau Field and represented that storied group known as the Green Bay Packers in the construction of Lambeau Field, a Platteville graduate. The county executive of Racine County, the chief estimator for a Madison-based contracting firm, an engineer who heads up a large national engineering firm based in Milwaukee, and Rich, before I knew you were here, a principal in the largest and best-known architectural firm in the state of Wisconsin. It is simply amazing how many UW-Platteville graduates I know or run into that have reached the zenith of their professions. However, with all this talk about how proud everyone is of you today, don't be fooled for a moment that we think that we're satisfied. We're not. And as I said, don't think that your journey's over, because it's not. Not by a long shot. If your time at Platteville has taught you anything, it should be that this is just the beginning. One of the biggest challenges your generation will face is the need to constantly further your education so that you can be an important and contributing part of the 21st century workplace. You also know that America and your generation will face real threats, seen and unseen, physical and fiscal, from current enemies and future foes that my generation never contemplated. Whether it's from terrorists in the Middle East and elsewhere in the world, or from the emerging economic challengers of Asia, you will have to take our society to the next level to protect the American heritage. As you go down this road called life, you need to have a goal in mind. As that great philosopher Fox Mulder of the X-Files said, "A dream is an answer to a question we haven't yet learned how to ask." Now, I'm not sure I'm 100% positive about what Fox meant, but I do know that you need to follow your dreams. They can take you a long way. I never dreamed when I graduated 30 years ago, boy does that sound like a long time ago, that I'd be standing here addressing a graduating class as head of a large real estate development business that's part of a $4 billion company. But I am. I worked hard at it, but it was the foundation of the Platteville education that got me started and kept me going. As you're pursuing your dreams and your professional ambitions, please know that you always need to do the right thing. That means acting with integrity. I, for one, have been embarrassed by the Enrons and other scandals that recently rocked corporate America. They bring discredit to all of us who work hard for our customers and our companies. They are the exception, not the rule. But we all need to be accountable for our actions and conduct ourselves accordingly to the highest and best personal and professional conduct. Never forget that. Before I close, I want to share a few of the principles that have guided me in my 30-year trip through professional life. I apologize in advance because a few of them are corny, but nonetheless applicable to life, I believe. In deference to David Letterman, I call them my top 7 list of guiding principles. I doubt they will ever be held as widely as Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but hey, who knows? Here we go. Number 7, every issue has 2 sides, at least 2 sides. Life is not black and white, but a lot of gray. Try to be as informed as possible before you choose a viewpoint. Number 6, hope is not a plan. I think that's attributed to Winston Churchill, but it's true. I've seen too many people who cast their fate to hope. You must formulate your plans and strategy to grow professionally and contribute to society. It does not happen by accident or by wishful thinking. Number 5, I think this was either Truman or Patton, but Lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. This doesn't mean you have to be the one in charge or the one out front. Rather, I interpret it to mean that you have to be involved. That is how we can all be better leaders and have a better life. In acting with integrity, we must think beyond ourselves. Muhammad Ali once said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." You must get involved in your schools, your neighborhoods, your communities. You must strive constantly to make a difference. Number 4, and this is the one I said would be corny, but I saw it as a young boy growing up in Horicon, Wisconsin at St. Malachy's grade school. It simply said, remember, American ends and I can. Think about it. This country provides more freedoms and opportunities, and nobody can hold you back if you pursue those to your fullest extent. Number 3, and this one comes from my wonderful 30-year marriage to a fellow UW-Platteville graduate, Len Wepking. It's a little bit of how she views life, although she'll deny it. I attribute the philosophy that every silver lining has a cloud to my wife. I, on the one hand, tend to be overly optimistic. Lynn likes to think she's realistic. When I share some of my wilder ideas with her, she sometimes employs the philosophy of every silver lining has a cloud to get me to see the downside. Be sure to understand both as you contemplate your actions. Number 2, change is inevitable, and usually a good thing, even though we don't usually like it. Don't spend a lot of time and energy fighting change. Rather, use those resources to shape change. This little quip is going to drive the English majors and professors nuts, but doing nothing doesn't cost nothing. Every inaction has its cost. From my day, it used to be the Fram oil filter man, pay me now or pay me later, but you will pay for not doing the right thing. And finally, number 1, a quote from Ted Kennedy's eulogy at his brother's, Robert F. Kennedy's funeral, one that I'm sure you've all heard. It served as my high school graduating class motto. There are those who look at things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not. Never stop dreaming. Well, you've probably heard enough about following your dreams, acting with integrity, and serving others. So I'd like to close with a quote from Fleetwood Mac's song, "Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow." In the interest of everyone's well-being, I won't sing it. But one of the lyrics goes like this: don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. You as graduates of UW-Platteville are ready to start the next phase of your lives. Do it. Go forward and accomplish great things. Again, congratulations and thank you for the opportunity to address you.
Thank you, Jerry, and we're really pleased you didn't sing. Each year, our faculty and the Alumni Association recognize alumni who have brought honor to this university. Since our alumni include winners of the Nobel and Pulitzer Prizes, members of the U.S. Congress, Wisconsin legislature, and presidents of major corporations, the choices are never easy. Today we honor 3 outstanding recent alumni as models for the graduating class and in recognition of their achievements. I will introduce the honorees. Each will stand as I do so. I ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. Biographies of the honorees are in your commencement program. Dr. Shane Frigo, class of 1988. Dr. Frigo is a medical physicist with the Southern Wisconsin Radiotherapy Center. He is actively involved in research that has significant relationship to future treatments for tumors. Mr. Michael Hintz, class of 1988. Mr. Hintz is the Director of Engineering with ArcGlass Custom Products of New Berlin. He has developed and implemented mechanical switches and was awarded a patent in '99 for a switch that he designed for the appliance industry. Mr. Richard Tennyson, class of '98. Mr. Tennyson is the managing principal with Epstein Uren architectural firm of Milwaukee. He has had significant responsibility for major projects, including the Midwest Express Center, State Fair Park, the Harley-Davidson Center, and Miller Park. Our congratulations and appreciation to each of you for the accomplishments that have brought honors to you and to your alma mater. Thank you. Ms. Deborah Putman, President of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, will now announce the awards of Alumni Life Membership.
Chancellor Marquis, Provost, University Deans, faculty and staff, families and guests of today's graduates. On behalf of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, it is indeed my pleasure and my honor to congratulate you, the December 2003 commencement class, and your families on your graduation today. With this ceremony, the university is in its 138th year of existence as an institution of higher learning, and you have now become a part of its history and its traditions. One of UW-Platteville's great traditions is our faculty, and we of the Alumni Association once again wish to thank the dedicated faculty for their integrity and devotion in educating the young men and women of this university. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. To the graduates, it is our hope and desire that you will continue your involvement with UW-Platteville by becoming members of the Alumni Association. I know that many of you have already joined the Alumni Association, and we would like to see you active in as many alumni activities as possible. We hope that you participate, and we sponsor and that you will return to campus often. We also ask that you show your pride in the degree that you received today. At each commencement, the Alumni Association recognizes graduates for their outstanding academic, personal, campus, and professional achievements by awarding them with a life membership in the UW-Platteville Alumni Association. For this semester, we have selected 5 individuals. I will introduce them alphabetically, and I ask that you hold your applause until they all have been introduced. I ask the recipients to please stand and remain standing until all are introduced. Michael Lane, hometown Green Bay, major communications technology. Rael Miller, Fredonia, mechanical engineering. Lindsay Olson, Darlington Elementary Education. Aaron Ralph, Prairie du Chien, mechanical engineering. Jennifer Radel, Horicon, biology, zoology, with an emphasis on pre-med. Congratulations to each of you. In closing, be Platteville proud. Thank and remember your dedicated families, faculty, and staff who have helped you reach this goal in your lives. Whether you realize it or not, at this very moment, we all have a common bond. Again, congratulations to you and your families. Enjoy the rest of the day and be proud.
When James R. Underkoffler retired as President, CEO, and Chairman of the Board of Wisconsin Power and Light, the company presented $250,000 to the University of Wisconsin system to fund and recognize excellence in undergraduate teaching by faculty members in the institution's service area. This year, one UW-Wisconsin-Platteville faculty member is being honored with this prestigious award. A brief description of her teaching service is included in your program. I ask that you join with me and recognize UW-Platteville's 2003 Underkoffler Excellence in Teaching Awardee, Dr. Elizabeth M. Frieders, Associate Professor of Biology. Beth, would you please stand and be recognized?
We're extremely proud of all of our graduates and will shortly recognize each one of them. However, I would like to give special recognition to a group who have distinguished themselves throughout their academic careers. The undergraduate students graduating with academic honors are designated with asterisks in the commencement program and are wearing gold honor stoles. Will those individuals who have received the highest honors and are graduating summa cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.75 and a perfect 4.0. Now would those students who have received honors and are graduating magna cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.74. Please join me in acknowledging the accomplishments of this very special group of graduates. Now would all of the individuals who are about to receive a bachelor's and master's degrees please stand. Mr. Chancellor, as Provost, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed the curricula prescribed by the university faculty for the degrees of Master of Science, Master of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Science, and are entitled to receive their degrees from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I therefore recommend that these candidates be granted the appropriate diplomas for the curricula completed.
Upon this certification by the Provost that you have completed the requirements established by the university faculty for the various degrees, and with the authority invested in me by the Board of Regents and the University of Wisconsin system, I am pleased to confer upon you the degrees which you have earned, together with all the rights and privilege attending thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the deans now present the degree recipients?
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture, and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture. Will the recipients please come forward?
Timothy John Sprank. Nicholas Peter Anders. Jessica Louise Anderson. Michelle Ray Bacon. Erin Elizabeth Barrett. Brent L. Belongi. Ross Douglas Bodenheimer. Ian Matthew Boschke. Eric Robert Boyer. Lisa Marie Breitsprecher. Jeanette M. Bradley. Edward Charles Brenton. Jason Keith Carton. Sherry Lee Cartwright. Jeffrey Lee Christensen. Lene Susanna Courtney. Dustin Patrick Crane. Crane Timothy Couples. Charles Burton Dressler. Lori Ann Dye. Matthew John Early. Lisa Marie Enders. Pascal G. Anemoy. Jacob Randall Engelman. Benjamin Fenwick. Lance David Gazelle. Greg Andrew Goldstein. Brian Timothy Grass. Krista K. Grinewald. Wendy Hamilton. Michael L. Hansen. Rebecca Ann Hasberg. Danielle Marie Hafel. Craig John Hendrickson. Emily May Herbst. Robert Edward Hermson. Aaron Jean Hoffman. Travis James Hollian. Julie Ann Holler. John Charles Holt. Dustin D. Hook. Chi Kong Yo. Tabitha May Jackering. Amy Lee Jensen. Kimberly Lynn Camus. Jacob D. Kiefer. Kyle Robert Kalashewski. Mark Robert Keenbaum. Jennifer Lynn Killian. Jeffrey James Cleaver. Craig Lee Knapp. Derek John Craig. Catherine Marie Krantz. Brian R. Kuchenreiter. Nathaniel Andrew Ladwig. Michael Robert Lang. Jason Matthew Lewandowski. Chad Robert Lummis. Dustin Randy Moss. Kelly Jo Martin. Jeremy Scott Mathis. Billy Joette McCarville. Carrie Beth McDonald. Eric Matthew Mergen. Heidi Marie Mess. Ryan Patrick Myers. Christine F. Miller. Tina L. Miller. Sarah Jane Mindham. Brian K. Moret. Mark Allen Mulridge. David Edward Murrow. Matthew Emil Newholt. Jacob Andrew Newhouse. Michael Marvin Oftedal. Jeffrey Wayne Olbinski. Craig Michael Pierce. Danielle Sue Phillips. Heather Marie Reddy. Jeremy Rentmeester. Rachel A. Retram. Xerxes Thompson. Xerxes says Thompson. Carrie Elizabeth Rip. Griffin Wayne Roberts. Jennifer Amanda Cradle. Alex Lee Raleigh. Elizabeth Jeanette Roit. Megan Jean Sankey. Kurt H. Schillas. Leo Albert Schlimgen. Paul Adam Schmidt. Sarah Lynn Schreiner. Nathaniel Charles Sievers. Sean Michael Slaney. Courtney Colleen Marie Sorg. James Paul Stamfley. John Ryan Stevenson. Andrew Joseph Tatar. Adam David Travis. Jessica Erin Tumpus. Scott William Hubert. Olga Volodymyrivna Verbitska. Michael David Vesperman. Jennifer Marie Vick. Thomas Matthew Wagner. Timothy M. Waldorf. Amy Faye Wallander. Christopher Jason Wise. Lisa Ann Wheelock. Amy J. White. Brandon Walter Witt. Natalie Ann Wood.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture, congratulations. You may be seated.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. Will the recipients please come forward?
Curtis Allen Zarnecki. Brian Roy Beardsley. Joel W. Berg. Adam Edward Berryman. John A. Beeson. Bradley Ralph Bloom.
Hey, Brady!
Todd R. Bain. Matthew John Bola. Bradley R. Booth. Elizabeth Ann Brown. Kyle James Burris. Adam Wayne Bushmaker. Lisa Marie Semke. Jeffrey John Seaval. Jonathan Russell Copeland. Kevin Lynn Moyer. Wendy Lynn Coyne. Rachel Elizabeth Dietzel. James R. Deering. Matthew John Dahl. Joshua David Dupay. Daniel Patrick Erickson. John Patrick Fick. Walter Harold Fletcher. David P. Florence. Matthew Allen Gilbertson. Danish T. Gillen. Luke Benjamin Glenecki. Aaron John Gonet. Ryan Allen Hagan. Jeffrey Kenneth Hansen. Joseph Paul Harrison. Matthew Michael Hare. Jason Richard Henneberry. Chad M. Herman. Sean Leslie Heimstra. Matthew Glenn Hull. J. Robert Joel. Renee N. Johnson. Ryan David Julius. Brian Mark Kellen. Anthony John Kinsman. James Franklin Knapworst. Trig A. Kaner. Gunther Anthony Koken. Matthew Norman Kuba. Daniel Lawrence Krieger. Jonathan Joseph Krieger. Donald Walter Kruger. John Andrew Cundy. Gretchen S. Legree. Brian John Maliska. Jessica Phyllis Melbrook. Derek Christopher McCula. Rael Mary Ellen Miller. Tori Joseph Miller. Paul C. Morrow. Eric T. Mueller. Chad Douglas Novak. Bradley Stewart Nowak. Colleen Amber Oltoffer. Kurt John Peters. Brian Paul Peterson. Jason W. Post. Aaron Peter Poster. Derek Brandon Prill. Krista Ann Putkammer. Luke John Pitlars. Erin Emily Ralph. Alan Peter Rinka. Aaron J. Rockwell. Holly Ann Rundy. Daniel John Schilling. Tara Jean Squires. Michael A. Stoller. Gary Wayne Stark. Jonathan C. Stager. Kenneth Lawrence Stout. Peter Michael Straharski. Matthew James Stiesel. Scott David Sousa. Randy James Tarasinski, Jr. Clay Richard Tutai. Ryan John Baczynski. Matthew John Voigt. Jonathan Paul Wagner. David Christopher Wateski. Christopher Bradley Wilson. Ryan C. Ziegler.
On behalf of the faculty, congratulations and best of luck. Please be seated.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education and representing that college's faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Would the recipients please come forward?
Dee Dee Lynn Halverson. Abby Jo Holt. Jennifer Lynn Fretz. Margaret H. Novi. Nicole Faye Abel. Tara Beth Abedel. Travis E. Beer. Noelle Kathleen Bryant. Curtis Layton Brown. Cheryl Ann Burton. Ellen Robert Bush. Robert Henry Casper. Mandy Jo Cagill. Ernst Nicholas Clarenbach V. Tiona Ann Conway. Nancy Arlene Dahl. Megan Mary Dankert. Nicole Renee Donini. Brooke Ann Downing. Cheryl Marie Enders. Michael Patrick Finnegan. Shane Robert Flesher. Rebecca Lynn Jady. Lindsay Marie Gevlinger. Johanna Victoria Goldman. Jeffrey John Gonziork. Liz Marie Gramley. Travis Scott Hudson Groters. Jason K. Groves. Michael Richard Hadfield. Michelle Lynn Hake. James Hallen Hamilton. Joshua R. Hartwig. Jennifer Renee Helmer. Aaron Everett Hooks. Jessica Marie Hubbard. Brianna Marie Hutchinson. Kimberly Jean Kelly. Heidi Ann Cullenbrike. Stephanie Ann Kosow. Brooke E. Kraska. Stacy Lynn Kretz. Rachel Elizabeth Lang. Stephanie Jean Lee. Melinda Lee Leibfried. Derek Bronson Lorbiecki. Tara Haley Lund. Andrea Ann Malinowski. Melissa Sue McWorthy. Justin Michael Meyer. Holly Ann Miller. Tyler Gerard Miller. John Martin Monahan. Daniel John Morgan. Benjamin Robert Nanke. Joshua Matthew Norum. Lindsay K. Olson. Timothy S. O'Neill. Caitlin Jane Oddie. Michael David Patza. Andrew Timothy Paulson. John Ronald Peterson. Lindsay Nicole Poppy. Angela Kathleen Pertel. Anne Therese Rasmussen. James Paul Riley. Jennifer May Rogstad. Annie Elizabeth Rosemeyer. Jessica Lynn Rome. Daniel J. Runke. Katie L. Rupp. Kimberly Ray Rupp. Tara Lynn Schmidt. Jason Richard Scholes. Roberta Jane Shug. Tracy Lynn Smith. Justin Lee Snodgrass. Douglas Michael Stamfleet. Brian Jeffrey Stengel. Sarah Ellen Strobush. Tammy K. Turnmeyer. Jeanette Francis Tyler. Jeremy Daniel Tyler. Susan Diane Vondra. Kimberly A. Warren. Kristen Lynn Webster. Brandy Marie Welter. Jennifer Diane White. Luke Dean Weigel. Meredith Ann Yeager. Stephen Edward Zarowski. Nicholas Adam Klein.
You may be seated. And on behalf of the College of Liberal Arts and Education, I wish you all the best in the future.
Good things happen to those who wait. Will the recipients of the master's degrees please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the School of Graduate Studies and representing the graduate faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degrees of Master of Engineering, Master of Science, and Master of Science in Education from the School of Graduate Studies. Will the recipients please come forward?
Janet A. Brewer. Kim M. Burse. Chantita Puratana Arunkorn. Angela Bester Lambert. Tricia Marie Collins. Farida Mariam Dotzi. Carla Renee Harris. Amanda Jacobson. Sherry Lynn Jacobson. Tamitha J. Yankee. Carol Heron Mitchell Jones. Kenneth Claire Keeler. Corey Lordell Knudsen. Jennifer Lurvey. Kathy Thornburg Miller. Raymond Moore. John J. Moran. Jean Ann O'Neill. Michelle Reed. Kathleen Marie Rundle. Heather M. Schmitz. Nicole J. Schweitzer. Megan E. Stubrud. Niwat Tien Praun. Corey J. Waggle. Thomas G. Whitford. Nicole M. Zollner.
On behalf of the graduate faculty, congratulations on this milestone in your education. Please be seated.
This ceremony would not have been possible with the time and effort, without the time and effort of so many who have given generously. The members of the Commencement Committee are listed in your program. Dr. Wang, Professor of Engineering and a distinguished member of our faculty since 1966, is our Commencement Marshal. Mr. Ed Deneen, the Registrar, read the names of the graduates. The university student ambassadors distributed programs and organized seating for audience members. The symphony band deserves our appreciation for the music accompanying today's ceremony. And again, thank you, all of you. As we say farewell to our graduates, I want to give them an opportunity to recognize those that have guided them through college life with gentle prodding and friendly assistance. the faculty and staff of this university. Faculty colleagues, would you please rise and allow the graduates an opportunity to thank you for your efforts. Thank you very much. Today we also recognize the dedicated and exemplary service of two of our colleagues who plan to retire from teaching and administrative responsibilities before the school convenes again in January. Dr. Willard Polkrabak is here, I believe. Is Willard here? Yes, please stand up and be recognized. Willard has been here over 19 years and served on the faculty with distinction, and we thank you for all of your efforts. And the other individual is not with us today. As each of our students know, others have provided not only encouragement, moral support, and the financial assistance, but care and love as well. Will the parents, grandparents, husbands, wives, children, and grandchildren of the graduates please stand and be recognized? We all know that without your commitment and resources, et cetera, many wouldn't be here. I would like everyone to turn to page 26 of your commencement program. Stand and joining us in singing our alma mater. Now everybody's got to sing. Even Dick. Please be seated. A couple of final comments. The commencement ceremony has been videotaped and will be televised tonight at 7 p.m. on Campus TV 5. We do want you to remain in your seats until the faculty have left the gymnasium. The graduates will remain to greet their parents, relatives, and friends. Again, I'd just like to say congratulations to all of the graduates. Be proud you're a pioneer. Thank you for all your years being here.